Climb on up there, Lewis.
So my legs can take it.
Yeah, I know. When you did that climb out of the mine, it might not have been bad.
So these are the second set of Indian steps. Well, at least these have somewhere to hold on to. Because the steps are very, very, very shallow. Oh boy. See how far it goes up. But then I gotta come back down. Oh, okay. It's right there. And I'm sure it continues up more. And then it comes to a flat area here. Looks like a lot of coal up there.
There's a trail up there.
Yeah.
Go to the left.
Huh?
If the trail that goes to the left should take you down over top of that pipe in the spring.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. So I'm a little bit off trail now. There's the spring source right there, and then it has a pipe, but it's hardly carrying any water through the pipe right now. It's naturally going down the side there. And I'm sure when it gets more rain and stuff like that, this will flow better. But, so this is the source here for this guy. Wow. Pretty cool. Again, this is all off the Switchback Trail as we make our way to Mount Pisgah. So again, this is the second set of steps, Indian steps that he was talking about. I partly went up the first one, but they go down, they go up even more. So now comes the fun part, coming down these steps carefully. So what I'm going to do is go sideways. But there are some that are really, really, really shallow. Especially right here, there's hardly any steps. Then we have these little side stones right here as well. Ooh. That was fun to go up. So again, there was the stone steps I went up. Oh wow, look at this. Outcropping looks like. Sorry. Come Robbie down the steps.
Oh, you come back down that way?
Yeah.
That is steep.
Yeah. Had to do a side step like the way you were doing it.
far down did you go?
I went over to the spring.
Where the little creek crosses through.
Yeah, where the pipe goes down right to the out the side there and dumps the water out there.
There's like another pond on the other side.
Yeah. I saw that.
I wasn't sure which trail to go through, and then I saw the trail up there, and I thought, did you go up or down?
No, I just went over there to where the spring was at, and then came back down right down the steps, and I'm like, okay, where did he go?
I took the easy way up.
Oh,
I probably should have went up that way and came down the other side. I'm gonna fly the drone.
so this is one of the 2 overlooks we're gonna go to, and then this little memorial area for this person, Deb Boyle, who just passed away last year. So I'm gonna read the little poem that says there. God saw you getting tired. A cure was not to be. So he put his arms around you and he whispered, come with me. With tearful eyes, he watched you and saw you fade away. Although we loved you dearly, we could not make you stay. A golden heart stopped beating, your tender hands at rest. God took you home to prove to us he only takes the best. Wow.
So I'll give you a quick rundown.
Oh, wow.
We're above Jim Thorpe,
Yeah.
so you can see the courthouse and the church.
Yeah.
Millionaires Row. Race Street is to your right there. And then you have 93 that comes down the hill.
I see the graveyard where Asa Packer. I've been to it. I did a video in Asa Packer graveyard. So please check out that video if you want to know more about the where the graveyard where he's buried at.
Up on the mountain there, that's Flagstaff.
Okay.
And then further out, you see the split in the mountain there?
Yeah.
That's the Lehigh Gap.
Lehigh Gap, okay.
So the Appalachian Trail runs
all
along
the
that
way.
mountain.
Wow.
Beautiful view here.
Interesting view, yeah, of Jim Thorpe. So the 2 with the tower, is that the train station?
The tower, the very first one you're seeing with the clock on top is the courthouse.
Courthouse, okay.
And then the red building there, that's the mercantile building.
Mercantile.
So just on the other side of that building is the actual train station.
Train station, yeah, okay.
Or sorry, that's not the mercantile building, that's the Lehigh Coal Navigation building.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And you can actually see, let me turn my camera back on. On the other side of the mountain, that mountain was on fire. That's Bear Mountain.
Oh, really?
So I think the Lenni Lenape, I think that's how the town got its name, was the Lenni Lenape, called it Mauch Chunk, which in the Lenape language means sleeping bear.
Okay.
Or lying bear,
something like that.
That mountain was on fire, so you can see streaks up it that are brown.
Yeah.
And then all that area in between the mountain, between here and Weisport, was on fire.
Wow. Yeah, I saw Jamie had covered a little bit of it on her channel. That's Jamie Macon, if you're not sure who I was referring to. Wow, what a view.
It is beautiful.
Wow.
The
day is, yeah, but today, too bad it got overcast. It started out sunny earlier when we started this trek, but little by little we knew this was going to happen and it was going to get a little bit overcast, but nevertheless, still an amazing view from here.
Yeah, hopefully that thunderstorm stays away.
Yeah, before we can get back to the cars.
You can see the area where we are here. There was actually track that came up this way. So you can see the foundations are still down there from the track in between the rocks. And it runs down here. I think they call this the bridge to the clouds. I know there's a plaque around here somewhere that denotes that.
I wonder if it used to be down there or something, because you can see there's like a concrete
pillars.
pillar or something like that.
Yeah, there's actually, this is, I don't know if this is part of the, remember I was saying I don't know if this is part of the return track or if this is part of the downhill slope.
Oh, okay.
This is, there was actually a bridge here.
Yeah, you can see this was
Yeah,
an bridge,
I'm sitting on the
abutment, yeah.
and then where the tracks would link up, and it goes across here. And I think there's a thing that denotes it as the bridge in the sky, or the bridge in the clouds. I'm gonna screw that up. You can hear the train off in the
Yep.
distance. What a view.
Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway, Polly.
It's amazing how
Or 2102, one of them too.
I don't see the smoke.
Yeah, I don't see it either, so that's probably just the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway. Wow, what a
This is my favorite view out of the two.
really?
Yeah. I mean, the other one's beautiful.
So we found a car here in the woods.
Well, let's go for a ride.
As you can see, it's a convertible.
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna get bucked back up out of here. Who's driving this thing?
I don't know.
I think we're sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think I can get back up, so I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. Come on in, Lewis. You want to go for a ride? You don't got your tetanus?
Nope. Haven't updated my tetanus shot.
I don't recommend sitting in there.
That's why I did it. I was starting to, but I was like, I don't know about that.
I couldn't resist. You can see the other abutment up there on top of that hill.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty big gap here.
Yeah, it spans a pretty big area.
Let's see what the placard says. The bridge in the clouds. We're almost to the Pisgah house. We are right there.
Almost.
Almost. So
75 feet.
Yep.
Wow.
Ravine.
So
Upon reaching the Mauch Chunk Switchback, passengers often wondered what might happen next. Emerging from the noisy engine house, the more observant riders noticed a wood trestle only slightly wider than the roadbed ahead. Their nervous reaction of anticipation to the approaching experience was coupled with positive reaction and the spectacular view. Oh my gosh, can't get it out. As the car coasted slowly across the 470-foot ravine, riders audibly became breathless from either the trestle or the magnificent view. On the left side of the coach, can't make that last word out. Coach, the small quaint town of Mauch Chunk, now Jim Thorpe, also referred as the Switzerland of America, to the view of the Lehigh River Gorge cutting through the once primeval mountain, beckons riders from either side. Today the same view is hidden behind the new forest growth. So to think, we started all the way down here by Summit Hill, and then we started going up this way and up and up and up, and we're still going up. So this is a view from the bottom of the ravine, showing those tilted, you can see one right there. There's several of them right here. These are the tilted abutments, footings actually, that supported the wooden structure, and they survived till 1938. So we're gonna head up and start walking up toward the abutment here of the bridge in the clouds. Oh wow, there's something over there.
So,
See it? That's the engine house. Wow. So we made it to the engine house. You can see it, the structure over there. So we were not that far off to the engine house. So we're gonna walk up to the end of the abutment here.
That overlooks the town of Jim Thorpe. It's getting pretty windy up here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Feels good though.
We're just about the top of the mountain. If we are not at the top of the mountain. And we're heading toward the Mount Pisgah over. It's kind of a short little walk to that or that abutment. Trying to get you guys a better view of the engine house.
Yeah.
Kind of grown in pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard.
This might be a better one to come back in the fall, or maybe even the winter, to get a better shot of. It's a little difficult to get a good, decent shot of it now with all the overgrowth and the ferns and whatnot.
Wow.
You can tell we're closer to town because we're starting to see graffiti. Didn't see much graffiti at all on the way up here.
Yeah, sure, you're right. Now that you mentioned it, I see the graffiti inside the engine house. So I've wanted to come and do this for such a long while. When I drove by here, I think it was last year. Yeah, last year. No, 3 years ago. No, 2 years ago. I drove by here by near Mauch Chunk Lake, and I noticed that it said the Switchback Railroad Trail, and I was like, oh cool, I want to come and check that out. So cool.
You ready?
Yeah.
We'll watch for the snakes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna climb out on here.
Oh wow.
But you guys, this view is amazing. Sorry, Lewis.
No problem.
This is where we're gonna probably stop for lunch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You can see the Y from here.
Yep, you can see the scenic railroad down there,
Yep.
the bridge that everybody takes their pictures by. Way off in the distance in that little ravine there. It's a little difficult to see on this camera, but this is Glenanoka Falls.
Oh, okay.
Jean's Run is right there in the middle. And then you can see all the way out there, that's the Carbon County Prison.
Oh. Okay.
And up that way toward Tankala or Hetchel's Tooth. Hetchel's Tooth is right there, that little rock outcropping. So another beautiful view of the Lehigh Gorge.
Oh wow.
Kind of makes it worth the hike.
Other than the overcast day now, but
Yeah,
it's still a
beautiful.
beautiful sight to behold.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. That wind feels nice. You know it's going to turn into rain soon. See the
So there's the Y right there for the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railroad.
Lewis over there. Right in the middle of Harper's. Falls come all the way up the top of that mountain. We follow it down into the Lehigh Gorge. Lehigh right
Yeah.
now?
Yep. Yep, there's the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway going over the bridge and under the old steel girder bridge over there. It looks like they're using a diesel.
Chugging right up on this rock faster than I thought.
A short train.
Yeah. They're not usually that long. On the weekends they're pretty long.
Yeah. Usually it has like, what, this is like maybe 5 or 6 cars in the caboose. There you go, for my train enthusiast as well. So we are making our way down. Down this rocky trail. No longer on the switchback, but this probably could be it too, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we could have came down that way, as he was saying as well. that we encountered a couple of guys that were heading up to where we were just coming from right now. Not sure if they were going up to Mount Pisgah itself, but they were up by the Bridging the Clouds abutment there. Yep. It goes to show you, even slip going downhill, you can get injured. Misstep also. Sounds like it. Yep, feels like it. Got a couple of drops already. So we're now trying to head down to get down to Jim Thorpe itself, and he's gonna have his lady come and pick us up. Yep. Yep. There comes the rain, and now I don't have I didn't think about, well, I should have at least packed the rain jacket along just in case I had room for it, but I left it in the back of the car because I thought we'd be back a lot sooner from this. Beautiful mountain laurel, blooming already. I'm having to watch where I'm stepping because I'm not used to this trail yet. This part of the trail where it's so rocky compared to the actual switchback. Yeah, that was a great view from up there, man. That was really beautiful. I mean, other than being an overcast day, it was a nice view, nice place to have our late lunch here. just to give you an idea. You already saw it from the front facing view. Now show what we're hiking. Robbie stopped, so I'm just gonna keep up and going up to this big stone up ahead, and then we'll wait for him there. So we chose kind of the lesser of two evil. There was an incline that we could have gone down, and it was a bit more direct down to the town, but yeah. So yeah, it was an awesome viewing time. We got to catch a train when we were up there, enjoying our meals and stuff. So it was cool, because it's funny that Robbie mentioned, I hope we get to catch a train from up here, and sure enough.
It's illegal to leave the Mount Pisgah overlook without seeing the train. So, yeah, it was cool. It's definitely a cool view, you know, to get to see the train from that height.
Yeah.
The gorge, I love seeing the gorge anytime, so that was a cool view.
Yeah. Okay. I'm dragging my feet a little bit here. Oh. Wow.
Do you want a Gatorade or something?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. Okay.
You want a snack or something?
I got some. I just haven't had the urge for them yet. Huh? Say what? I got some trail mix and some Slim Jims there, but didn't have the desire for them as we were coming up the trail, so.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like since we stopped to eat, I don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, you too, huh?
That view, I mean, that view is beautiful. It's kind of hard to pull myself away from. So, that was definitely the highlight of it. Getting to eat lunch at Mount Pisgah.
Yeah.
Overlooking the Lehigh Gorge. Getting to see that train come through. I mean, that couldn't have been better timing.
Mm-hmm.
I just said it a few minutes before, and then the passenger train came through. So that was pretty cool to get to see that. You know, the overlook itself is absolutely beautiful. So it was a pleasure, a pleasure hanging out with you today. I appreciate you coming along with me. Definitely made the trip much more interesting.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, imagine walking that road at 4 miles or whatever to get to Pisgah, 4.5 to get to Pisgah by yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have nothing to really look at. I mean, other than that little bit of stuff that we found.
And I probably would have just walked right over the mine because I didn't know exactly where it was at.
Yeah, the first time I came through there, I actually did walk right over top of the mine. I was so focused on getting across that cliff,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really paying attention to what was beneath me, other than there was a drop. But it's one of those things that you get to find out after you hike through there already.
Yeah.
At least it's not like, I shouldn't say that because I'm not down.
Yeah.
It's not pouring on us.
Yeah. Yeah, woodpecker. Yeah. Here, Woody. Oh boy. So we just finished coming down from up there from Mount Pisgah, and we are now in the town of Jim Thorpe. I think we're trying to head our way to the cemetery to get picked up there. But we're just trying to figure out from here where the cemetery is. Not sure, I don't know what road this is right now we're on. Little library, little free library.
It actually has movies in it.
Oh wow, this one actually has DVDs. Cool, The Sandlot, Fractured, Joker. Which one?
The Sandlot, I love that movie.
No, the Joker, which one? Cartoon version? Or, oh, that Joker.
Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix. Said the second one is not as good.
Cable guy. Oh, that's a cool little addition.
Yeah.
And there's the rain.
Yep. So I'm just gonna give you a little look here of a rainy Jim Thorpe right now, and then probably see you over at the parking lot where we started from to do my outro.